631, the second home, New Oasis for Life Community, is the #1 home in the world, a happy and auspicious place that is blessed by the grace of the greatest Creator, a pleasant and jubilant place that is cared for by Jesus Christ and Buddha Sakyamuni, and a free and beautiful place in which the dreams of the sages and saints from past generations are realized. This is the first home born for the grand cosmic adjustment of life. It serves for the purification of earth and lays foundations for the new life of humanity after 2013. It is hoped that virtuous people will find the gate to the #1 home and join us as members ASAP. This is the most important thing in one's life. The time has come to redefine traditional relationships which are based on kinships. All those who follow the way of the greatest Creator and whose souls resonate with ours are our relatives. 632. In order to realize the ideals of sages and saints as well as the wishes of the broad masses and to set a good example for mankind, Life Genuine has initiated an unprecedented model of a new lifestyle for humanity's future, the second home, New Oasis for Life Community. This is no longer idle theorizing, but a reality of life. The New Oasis for Life Community is a copy of the 1,000-year world, but in the human world, it is the base of self-cultivation and self-improvement for Chanyuan celestials to thoroughly remold themselves to achieve super-celestial beings, and the transfer station from the human world to heaven. The New Oasis for Life Community is exploring a new pattern of life for humanity. We believe firmly that when everyone lives according to the life pattern of the New Oasis for Life Community, their tribulations will be alleviated, their suffering will be eased, nature's deterioration will be reversed, and we will enter the Life Genuine era that is to last a millennium. The New Oasis for Life Community has solved problems that have been with us for thousands of years, such as support for the elderly. By continuous consolidation and improvement, the New Oasis for Life Community will become a paradise, not only for children, young people, and middle-aged people, but particularly for the elderly. 633. All members of the New Oasis for Life Community have chances to move to a different branch every 3 years, that is, after working and living in one branch for 3 years, they can be relocated to another one and move among all the branches in the world. 634. Any member living and working in the New Oasis for Life Community who is found to have caused intentional physical, psychological, or spiritual harm to any other member will be expelled from the community immediately. 635. Laziness is the archenemy of the New Oasis for Life Community. Diligence symbolizes beauty, while laziness creates ugliness. Diligence leads to bright futures, while laziness ruins the happiness endowed to us by the greatest Creator. Laziness destroys everything. It makes people sink into depravity, corrupts and erodes people's wills, spirits, souls, and bodies, and causes the collapse of diligent collectives. It destroys the spiritual health of communities as viruses and eventually castes. Listless and spiritless spells over everyone and everything. What comes out of it is depression, ruination, and destruction. 636. Laborers have the greatest souls, although they may not be able to write articles exhibiting great talents and insights, or they may not be eloquent or clever enough to exhibit their intelligence. Laborers may look very ordinary and may not be able to explain Dharma and Tao, or recite and quote phrases and sentences from the classics. They still have the greatest souls, and their behaviors prove that they have abided by the teachings of Jesus Christ, Buddha Sakyamuni, Lao Tzu, and sages and saints. 637. Birthdays are not celebrated in the second home, New Oasis for Life Community. 638. Only festivals which glorify nature are celebrated in the second home, New Oasis for Life Community. 639. The second home, New Oasis for Life Community, implements a holographic management pattern, non-management. Everyone is both a master and a servant. One is different from another only in the type of work they do. There are no hierarchical relationships such as between leaders and subordinates. No one is allowed to impose their will on others, and everyone does their best to bring their qualities of sincerity, kindness, beauty, love, faith, and honesty into full play. Everyone says what is on their minds, does their own work, takes charge of their own responsibilities, builds their own paths, and goes their own ways without minding anyone else's business. They are responsible to themselves and the greatest Creator, but to no one else. They will not offer help unless it is asked but will give it immediately when it is. Anyone who offers any suggestion will be responsible for its execution. Everyone builds a sacred court in their own conscience from which to pass judgment upon themselves. 640 The most significant characteristic of the second home, New Oasis for Life community, which distinguishes it from secular society and other communities is that there are no marriages or families and no individuals upon whom to depend with regard to one's love and sex life. We take things as they are, associate with others by following naturally come-and-go relations, act in accordance with our natures, and take advantage of opportunities as they arise. 641 The second home, New Oasis for Life community, is not a shelter. Those who intend to escape debts, obligations, entanglements, or punishments cannot join us. 642 The second home, New Oasis for Life community, is not a charity. 643 The second home, New Oasis for Life community, is a paradise which consists of the most civilized, diligent, kind-hearted, and selfless people. 644 Principle of the romantic and sexual love in the second home, New Oasis for Life community. Romantic love is a precious gift bestowed upon us by the greatest creator. Sexual love is the inevitable path to sublimating human nature and leaving for the high-level space of life. Romantic and sexual love are two souls dancing to the same beat. As long as both parties are attracted to each other, they can do whatever they feel is appropriate. Nobody supervises, interferes, bothers, gossips, or backsides. Lovers never possess, occupy, or are jealous of each other. Freedom is above all else, and lovers respect the other party's freedoms fully without even the slightest reluctance or causing any mental, spiritual, or physical harm to each other. 645 The 8 Advantages of living in the second home, New Oasis for Life community, are 1. Life is guaranteed. There is no longer any need to worry about basic necessities of life such as food, clothing, shelter, and transportation. You will be cared for when you are sick, and your affairs will be dealt with after you pass away. 2. You will live for your values and faith, escape from the secular world, and no longer be entangled in worldly affairs. 3. Without the fetter of families, you will achieve more physical, mental, and spiritual freedom. Nobody will watch you, bother you, or tangle with you. You will no longer trouble with, worry for, or feel anxious about your children's issues. 4. Regardless of how you might change, you will always be able to find someone whose personality and temper fit yours and with whom to work, chat, and enjoy life. 5. As our division of labor is clear-cut and each person is in charge of specific responsibility, you will have a great amount of free time in which to do what you want and read what you like. 6. There are endless activities and entertainment to keep you from ever feeling bored or lonely. 7. Our collective energy will always support you to achieve Tao quickly, liberate yourself from the samsara of reincarnations, and then leave for heaven. 8. Our collective energy will help you to overcome all hardships. 646. The second home, New Oasis for Life community, defines no rules or regulations and no leadership roles in the traditional sense. One is different from another only in the division of labor. There are no top-down relationships between leaders and the governed. Everyone is the owner of the community, and everyone needs to carry out their responsibilities and obligations. All affairs should be handled flexibly in accordance with the principle of keep the main but change the others according to the situation. Dharma sets no rules, it is ever-changing. Anyone can do whatever they want as long as they are consistent with Buddha nature, which consists of sincerity, kindness, beauty, love, faith, and honesty. 647. The second home, New Oasis for Life community, does not practice democracy, but rather Superman philosophy, which means that all affairs are assigned to individuals. Each person has the final say over their own work, and anyone who accepts a job has the final say over how it gets done, but is also responsible for any and all consequences. 648. The second home, New Oasis for Life community, is not an organization in any form, neither a political one nor a religious one. It is a loosely unified utopian group which consists of people who think alike and who are willing to live and work together according to the 800 values for the new era humans. It has no organizational forms. Neither does it have any power to legislate beyond the charter, convention, constitution, or laws, nor does it have any power to represent any organization at any level of government to deal with contradictions, conflicts, violations of laws, or discipline. 649, the second home, New Oasis for Life community, is not a licentious place, rather, it is a highly civilized one in which people interact with each other, with society, and with nature in very harmonious ways. 650, the second home, New Oasis for Life community, opposes the following: psychic activities, chanting mantras, fortune-telling, the use of supernatural powers, magical arts, witchcraft, extrasensory perception, psychokinetic power. Members praying collectively and simultaneously in support of the interest of individuals. Holding unified Qigong practice or meditational activities directed toward any individual.